So, hello and welcome to this week's Top 5. It's the week of November 17th, 2016. I'm Christina Rees.
And I'm Brandon Zech.
And we're in Houston shooting today. We're just going to jump in. Number 5 is in Dallas. It's Frances Bagley at Kirk Fine Hearts. It's she's doing a site-specific installation. I know she's been working on it for a long time, but she's been installing for a couple of weeks now. It's a little bit of a mystery to me what it's going to be. You know, her work has been consistently great over the years. The last few years, she's been in some really, really strong group shows. I think her work is still getting better and better. This show is called The Lay of the Land. And as we've said before, Kirk has just been doing these great shows, one after the other.
They're on a roll.
Yeah.
Number 4 this week is Warhol by the Book at the Blanton. So Christina and I have both seen this show. Mm-hmm. It's ephemera from illustrations that Warhol did in books. It's some screen prints, some paintings, a lot of it from the Warhol Museum.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really great. The installation is very nicely presented.
It's a big show, it's interesting how they've tied it together. It's just any way that Warhol's work relates to books, literature, text. It spans his entire career, but they totally made it work, and it's a really strong show. Some of the really great Warhol works are there. Evan Garza kind of rejigged the show, I think, to customize it for the Blanton space and did a great job. The next show is in Dallas. It's at Circuit 12. Angela Callis, who's a really smart, rigorous painter who we've had in Dallas-Fort Worth for the last few years, she went to UNLV for grad school, and she put this show together. She's organized it with some of her fellow students from back in the day. So the group is Angela Callis, Philip Dinker, David Ryan, and Brian Poret. So all Southwestern artists based in Las Vegas and Los Angeles and New Mexico and Texas. She wrote a really smart thing about it, so I'm just going to read it. About the difference between formal discipline and chaotic impulses, about looking for structure and then finding it everywhere, and about the extra information, the glitches, the obscene supplement, as it were. It's really kind of like excess as landscape. I think this is going to be a visually really beautiful show. Number 2 on our list is in San Antonio. It's at the Centro des Artes. It's called SATX MX. It's 21 artists in San Antonio. It was organized by DAC Public Art Specialist Sean Fitzgibbons and Special Programs Manager Sebastian Guajardo. It's and it is the show's theme is what it is to be in the gray area between two cultures, San Antonian and Mexican.
Of course, it's a lot of San Antonio artists that you may be familiar with. Juan de Dios Mora, Janelle Esparza, Daniela Rojas, Ricky Armendariz, a little bit of everything. There's prints, there's sculpture, there's performance elements. It's a really great combination of what's going on right now in San Antonio.
It's a strong show in an institution that has been through some strange setbacks, some really odd setbacks over the last 5 to 7 years. You can read about that on Glasstire. David Rubin wrote a piece about it last week. It's an interesting story, and it's a strong show.
So number 1 this week is Bert Long Jr. Looking for the Right Time at Deborah Colton Gallery. So Bert Long, he passed away in 2013, but he was a longtime veteran of the Houston art scene. He had a retrospective at the Museum of Fine Arts in 2006. He was a self-taught artist who did so much in the community and got to be well known for his sculptural eyes, kind of around Project Row houses. He had a few of those, but he made these paintings that were hybrid sculptures, that were hybrid prints, and the work is really stylistic, but it's really great and lovely all at the same time. And Deborah Colton Gallery has a large portion of his work. I think they have his estate. So this is going to be a great survey almost 3 years after his death, just kind of celebrating what he did.
Just a quick shout out, Lorna Simpson also opens at the Fort Worth Modern. That was our top pick for DFW for our fall preview. So just want to make sure that we I'm just going to stick that one in there at the very end. Chin up and go see some art.
Go see some art.